Good evening and welcome to this special Island Stats Talk. I'm your host, Earl Basin. I'm joined by the NACAC president, Mr. Mike Sands, who, Mr. Sands, you've now kind of crossed that finish line in the fact that Jamaica will host the 2022 Carifta Games. How relieved are you that now you've passed the stage of finding a host?
We're definitely most relieved. It's a burden that has been lifted. And thanks to the J3As and also the government of Jamaica through the Minister of Sports and Culture, Babsy Grange, that they have taken up the gauntlet, accepted our offer and taken up the gauntlet to host the Carifta Games at 2022.
Yeah, it's not been easy. COVID has kind of put a stop to quite a few things in sports around this region. Unfortunately, Bermuda was not able to host over 2 occasions. But do you think now, with some 6 months to go, there will be excitement for the young kids that now will have something to work towards?
Well, I think everyone is going to be excited. Everyone is excited because it takes away the uncertainty of what has been lingering for the past several years, actually, through no one's fault. And so we are continuing to look forward with excitement for the hosting of the Carifta Games, because it was disrupted by COVID, as was everything else around the world. And we're happy to note that, again, and my famous words from the last time, with cautious optimism, that we definitely will be in a better place and we can proceed with the most permanent sporting track and field event in our system.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we're going to have to deal and learn with COVID, but what is the initial early talks with the Jamaican government and the the AAAs about what will be required for these athletes, coaches, fans to actually enter Jamaica?
Well, we haven't gotten to that stage because, as I said, this just happened. As a matter of fact, President Gale gave us a pleasant surprise at our Congress on Saturday. We approached the subject at the World Under 20 in Nairobi, and he advised that he would take it up with his executive as well as with his minister. He did that. We went down to Jamaica. We had a meeting with the minister, though virtually, and the J3As. And in principle, we agreed to the hosting of the games. And then it was a very pleasant surprise when he came to the meeting on Saturday and he made the announcement that he had received approval. The plus side is that Jamaica has hosted and is about to host, I think, some other competition between themselves and the USA. They hosted their champs, and all of it was with no spectators. So, we are of the view that they will provide those guidelines that we can live with, hopefully, I'm sure, to live with. And again, we're about, I like to count in days, so I'm saying about 147 days away from the Easter. And so I'm sure they will put in place what their requirements are, and then we'll address it as it comes.
Yeah. Now, you say it was a pleasant surprise on Saturday during the meeting where you had most of the regional officials on. What was the initial reaction from them hearing that now we've found somewhere to have these games?
Well, I can tell you that it seemed to have been an applause, actually, virtual applause. So everyone was, they were. I mean, we were sitting there waiting, and as I said, I didn't expect the announcement. I was surprised when he said it, and so I too reacted in a very, very gleeful way, of course.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of people holding their breath, waiting to hear what response they were going to get. You guys were going to get from Jamaica with regards to hosting the 49th Carifta Games, because everyone, was looking forward to it actually being in Bermuda, and again, unfortunate circumstances. But as the president, what are you hoping these games, the 49th, will do for this region?
breathe new life into the sport of athletics or track and field, because it's been, notwithstanding the Olympic Games and the Under 20 World Championships and other events that were happening, I'm hoping that it would breathe new life into our sport, because the young people, which is the future, will have a renewed enthusiasm and motivation to continue the sport, because we do not know what negative impact the two cancellations would have had, but we have to assume that there will be some, because unfortunately, some of our athletes would have aged out and they would have missed a number of opportunities, none the least of which was obviously representing their country at Carifta Games, which every Caribbean athlete aspired to, and also the academic opportunities that is always afforded them, because Carifta has become a breeding ground, a recruitment breeding ground, if you will, for U.S. coaches in particular. And so a number of our athletes will have missed out very sadly on those opportunities. So we hope that this would reinvigorate and breathe new life into our sport and generate our athletes.
Another question, or my final question, would be, will the age groups stay as they were prior, under 20, under 18?
Well, let's put it this way. That always comes up as a subject, and I can almost say, without fear of contradiction at this stage, the answer would be yes, simply because with 147 days to go and just being able at least to have the games, I think that, that the question hasn't come up, right? But at this juncture, I don't see that being a topic that would generate a lot of interest. I never say never, but at this juncture, I don't see it being one, and I have no difficulty in going back if it came up and say, well, I might have been wrong with that, but at this juncture, there's been no discussion on that.
Okay. I know you were heading out to another meeting, and I quickly grabbed you to do this, make this announcement. And I appreciate your time, sir, and we'll be talking with you as we draw closer and as more information reveals itself on the 2022 Carifta Games that will be now held in Jamaica.
And thank you, Ellen. Before I go, let me just give my personal congratulations to Bermuda on your gold medal performance, your historic gold medal performance. Congratulations to Bermuda.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate that. And hopefully, what rubbed off from the Jamaicans can rub off in Bermuda at future Olympic Games, in that we continue to get our medals.
I'm sure. Thank you very much, and all the best to everyone. Stay safe.
You. Okay.
Thank you. Right.